So in my video from over here on Magaluf Beach, I want to bring you an update as to how these beachside renovations are getting on. And I also want to tell you not to worry too much if you're coming over here for an early season break either. Now the drilling you can hear behind me is from some of the bars and the restaurants along here on the second half of the beach. They're just getting their premises ready for the summer, and I've got some news about quite an important bar down the waterfront here, so stay tuned for that. But the first thing I want to say is just don't worry too much because, well, you may have seen my videos about Magaluf over the past few months. You would have seen the huge amount of renovations taking place in the resort. You've seen the diggers, you've seen the drillers, but if you are coming over for an early season break, well, don't forget we've got this whole half of the beach here that hasn't been touched. It's looking pretty pristine, I have to say, for February. So if you are coming over, if the works are still going on in April, then don't forget we've got this side of the beach which is waiting here for you. But anyway, let's turn the camera around and let's check out Magaluf Beach today. So just check out the sand over here on Magaluf Beach. It looks like the tractors have been down and they've cleared a lot of the seaweed away in preparation for the summer. But we can also hear some drilling. Let's go and check this out. I'm going to show you what may well be a quite considerable update to the waterfront over here in Magaluf. But the first piece of news I have for you is that the Happy House restaurant is no more. In fact, you can see a sign writer. Well, actually, it's the reverse of a sign writer. He's actually taking the sign off the front of the restaurant. I've just spoken to the guys inside, and a new restaurant is opening up here. We're calling it the Restaurant with No Name at the moment because they do not have a name for it. But I have spoken to them. They are going to be having pizzas, croquetas, burgers, all the kind of holiday food that you want, with cocktails and drinks as well. You can see they're right here on Magaluf Beach. I will be back to bring you an update. Most importantly as well, with regards to pricing, we all remember how value for money Happy House was. Let's see if the Restaurant with No Name is also cost effective too. They have said that they're going to be bringing their prices in line with the rest of the resort. Not quite sure what that means, but we shall soon find out. So consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, because of course I'm going to be back here in Magaluf with more updates for you to prepare you for your holiday. So by all accounts, it's this half of Magaluf Beach which will be upgraded next year. They'll undergo a similar kind of renovation that's taking place on the other side of the resort, but you can just see the whole emptiness of the beach down here and how ready it is for any early season breakers. But anyway, let's take a walk up. Let's take a walk up over towards the oceans, and we're going to get an overview of the works taking place along Magaluf Beach waterfront. So we're just heading on up towards Magaluf Strip. I've just seen a few holidaymakers out. I think they may well have been Polish, getting their photos taken right by the beach. But we can hear some drilling to our left-hand side here. Now look, just to my left, I'll just give you a very quick update here. We've got Mavara Lounge, a little bit different from what we've seen in previous years, but that looks pretty much like a lot of work has been done. A little bit hard to tell in this light. I will be back at the start of the season. We're going to see what Magaluf Strip will look like in April, because I do believe things should start to open up down here around then. But anyway, let's go around the back of Oceans. Let's go and check out the waterfront. Oof, the dust. You can just see one of the building trucks heading up off the strip here. One thing I've got to say, there's a lot of dust flying around at the moment with these building works taking place. You can see they've got a few little bits and bobs going on. Look, we've got some works taking place outside of Night Flight. Let's head on around down to the side of Oceans. So the Jack Sasson Square here is looking a little bit like a builder's yard. We've got lots of mobile units, lots of building works Lots of diggers. Let's get a proper view and see if this is looking like it's anywhere near completion. It's a lot easier to come back when there are no diggers or building trucks out here. I will be back to do a live stream as well, so like I said, subscribe to the channel, do not miss that. But look, check this out. I think we have a little bit of what I say is a new pathway that has gone down. We can start to see the beginnings of it as well. It looks very flat, which is absolutely fantastic for obvious reasons. It's going to make it very accessible. I don't know what's happening though with this whole area around the palm trees. I know we're going to have a kind of like a dune-like area here. It's going to be a little bit built up. Is some of this going to be concreted? I don't know. You can see this new pathway here. It's running right in front of Blackbeard's. It's coming down into the square, and this is going to run all the way down right up to Crusoe's. And like I said, they're going to start on the second part of this beachfront regeneration or restoration next year, next winter. They've definitely done a lot more than when I was last down here, which is fantastic to see. Anyways, let's head on round. I think we're going to take a little walk onto the beach because I can see some changes over at the jetty. So we're just coming up past the Red Lion Bar. You may remember in my last video, we saw quite considerable renovations taking place here. Is it looking a little bit more ready? And also, just like the beachside as well, is it going to be ready for April? Well, I'd also like to think so. You can see they've got quite a lot done to it. I can't imagine this won't be ready actually. It has to be. Stay tuned to the channel though. I'll keep bringing updates from over here. Now, just so I don't wander into the site entrance, just taking a very quick look over here, look, just round the back of Blackbeard's. Just have to point out, in addition to the changes that we're seeing taking place over at the Happy House, I did see on social media that Blackbeard's Bar and Grill is going to be having an all-you-can-eat ribs and wings Wednesdays. More information coming out about that later on as we head towards the opening of this amazing restaurant. You know, it's one of my favourites. Can't wait for that to open. But let's just get a little bit of a closer look at what's going on down here. Now, I'm not in the way of any trucks or diggers coming through, but look, you can see this looks like the new flooring that's been laid. It's all starting to come together a little bit over here on Magaluf Beachfront. Now, just looking up, I can see that the sign to enter the beach is actually just from where we've come from. I think this area may well be closed. It's looking quite taped up. So what we're going to do instead in this video, we're going to walk up through the back of the resort, the back of the beach, just give you a few views of Magaluf Strip, looking rather empty today. Let's head up and let's walk back down the beach and we'll get a better look at what's going on. Literally nobody around, but I can hear some kind of loudspeaker. Maybe it's coming from the nightclubs, I don't know, maybe they're doing some sound checks. If you are looking for a little local pub over here in Magaluf, I'm just coming up past Tino's. It's nearly always open actually, it's always pretty much open year round. I can see some people inside. It says it's British, but I only ever see Spanish workers in there or Spanish locals. I do suspect we're going to see a few shops open as we go. Let's have a quick look, but let's get to the other end of the beach here and see what's going on. And nope, I can't see a single shop open today. But anyway, let's take a walk down towards where the Daiquiri Palace is when it's open, because there should actually be an entry to the beach from here. So you may remember when I was last down here, I filmed what looked like a canal over here on the back of Magaluf Beach. Has this been filled in? And it's been filled in, look, check this out. We've got these, I don't know what they are, have been put in. Somebody let me know in comments. I think it's some kind of like drainage thing. But you can see the works down here have come on leaps and bounds. You can see a digger right at the end. This whole waterway, which ran down through here a little bit earlier on, in the year has now been filled in. It's been concreted in as well. Look, just gonna put the camera down here too, you can get a better look. And as I walk out onto what is essentially the construction site, it does look like quite a lot has been done. But what's this going to look like in a month and a half? I don't know. They've still got quite a lot to do with the filling in and the path laying as well, and getting all of this open before anywhere like Tom Brown's or the Daiquiri Palace can open. But let's see. Okay, so I've fast-tracked to pretty much the end of the beach. I'm kind of just in front of Nicky Beach, but I'm right in front of the Ancla Verde. And if I look over at the walkway here, look, you can see that this has now started to be laid, just like the walkway that we see up in front of Blackbeard's. Look, check this out. Quite a lot of progress has been made down this side, just as well, I would say, given the date. But at least we can see an entranceway to these restaurants running all the way down. I think they've got as far as almost Tom Brown's today. But I'll be back down here soon to see, hopefully, some even bigger changes to the resort in the next few weeks. Anyway, let's keep on heading down the beach. I'm going to give you some nice beach views. We can't come down to Magaluf without some nice beach views here today. And let's face it, last time I was down here, it's a pretty cloudy, miserable day. So I think we've been quite lucky with the weather. And do you know what? The building works from over here on Magaluf Beach are not too noisy actually, they're not too noticeable. It wasn't like in October when they had the jackhammers smashing up the pathway. It's quite quiet. Once again, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, this is what it's like today in the middle of February. Maybe different if we go on through the month of March, I don't know, but it is actually quite peaceful. And the main thing I can hear down here are the waves just crashing on the shoreline. So we're just coming up past the inside and Hadley's Beach Club, and look, you can see that the work stretch all the way up here too. Haven't quite started work on the pathway down here. They're still laying lots of drainage and pipes, but let's go and have a quick look at the jetty, because as you may remember from my previous videos, this was under construction. It had been dismantled. Is it being rebuilt? Goodness me, listen to that. Don't know what that's going to be doing. Let's go and have a quick look at the jetty. Now I do see that access has been blocked off in between the two beaches here, so this is basically going to be the best view that we can get today. And it looks to me like they're about to start work on it, quite possibly. It looks like this fence has just gone up. Do you know what, that sounds like dragging nails down the blackboard, but thankfully, or hopefully that won't be here in April. But you may well remember from my previous videos that we did have this like throughway here. It has been closed. It has been closed, which can only mean that they're going to be starting work on the jetty over here. And as you can see, they're just putting the last of the fence up. The sound on your ears from that truck. Okay everyone, so on the basis that I can't get back over to my car, which is just parked on the far side of Palmanova, I've now got to go back up into the resort and walk all the way around, but that doesn't matter. I just wanted to give you an update as to what's going on over here. Now, I'm hoping to be back here to do a live stream soon. I'll be back with more updates. I hope we're going to see quite significant changes over here too, and see this whole waterfront area getting more and more ready before the start of April. But let's see. So, like I said, consider subscribing to the channel, enable that notification bell as well to make sure you don't miss the updates. And don't forget to, you can find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. Now, I'm also going to drop just here and here on YouTube a couple of videos that you may find interesting to help prepare you for your holiday. But for now, I'm going to head in this direction and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.